There's her tail. But I was feeling really, oh man, I've been feeling really not good today. Like I have a big pain in my shoulder. Um, because I heard it like years ago when I was doing piecework. Um, as a starving college student. Fluffy Smiles is with us. Hi, Fluffy Smiles. See, I was feeling like crap, but I knew not crap. But I knew you guys would you guys would cheer me up because you always do. I always get invigorated and happy when I talk to you guys. So I have such a mess on this desk. I gotta put stuff over. Apparently I sharpened a pencil and left the shavings there, so that was not cool. Anyway, I have felt like crap all day. Ugh. Had a headache. I felt chilled for a while, and I thought it was going to develop into something, but apparently hasn't. It's just me feeling crap all day. So I don't know. You ever have those days? So I canceled some lessons because I was like, I don't know if it's what's going on. Am I getting snow or what? I don't think it was on the forecast. Although it is cloudy outside, so it could be. But yeah, it's just this has been like increasing. Um, the pain in my shoulder has been increasing over the last week or so. I'm going to the gym, and then I stopped for a couple of days. I'm like, I don't know if maybe that's making it worse. I don't know. Kitty, shut up. She thinks she's a dog. I told you guys she's obsessed with 1,000,000 inches. Holy cow, that's a lot. You'll have to start resorting to cannibalism at that point, I think. No, you can't get out of your houses. No, don't do that. Don't eat one. Well, actually, I mean, I guess if you're gonna die, or if somebody died of starvation, um, they don't care if you eat them, right? Off the Shelf Chef is with us. Hi, Off the Shelf Chef. How's it going? We're talking about the pain in the neck that is my life. No, I'm just kidding. The actual pain in my neck and shoulder that I'm trying to deal with. So I got a couple I have this little back thinger bobber that it does feel a lot better, but it just doesn't feel like it's getting deep enough. So I feel like I have to just go to a chiropractor or something and figure out what's going on, because that's just, I need a good massage, and I need to get to a chiropractor. The last good massage I had was in the Dominican Republic before I lived there. When we were living in Haiti, there was a girl at the beach that gave me a massage, and it was like $15 for a really good massage. So Paul Ciapara is with us. Ciapara. I don't know. Welcome. I always say that wrong. So yeah, I need a good massage, and I need a chiropractor or something, and maybe just drugs. Just get high and be good. No, I'm kidding. We don't. Don't do drugs, kids. Although I think we already established the fact that I'm actually pro marijuana, CBD, and that sort of thing. I have always been, because it's way better it has way less side effects, and people are like, well, you can have bad effect. Well, you can with anything. I mean, if you watch the videos, like the commercials that they have about basically it's basically, hey, is the one prescription that you're taking, is it giving you side effects? Hey, we can give you another prescription that will take care of those side effects, but this one has worse side effects. So yeah, if it works, it works. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it won't. The thing is with CBD, is that it won't help long term. I need a deep tissue massage, and probably chiropractor too, to figure out like what is out of whack. When I was going before, it really helped a lot, to the chiropractor. But that was years ago. That was before I moved to Haiti, and that, my goodness, that was like a lifetime ago. Oh, Kitty, she goes nuts if I'm not there. If I don't throw the little paper balls, so it's the cough drops, right? I just put one in my mouth. She'll steal them out of the bag. And if the bag's sitting there, she'll desperately try to open it, because she knows the cough drops are in there. And she doesn't care about the cough drops. She cares about the little papers that are around them, because she likes to chase those all over the place. And so she'll play fetch with me for maybe that's why my shoulder's out of whack. I don't think so. I actually think part of it is because I'm a side sleeper. Although I usually sleep on my left side, so that's not, and it's the right shoulder. That's the problem. So I don't know. But Kitty, hey, I don't think she's in heat right now. I think she just really, really wants her paper ball because she's not like putting her butt in the air and lifting her tail or anything like that right now. Although she probably will be in heat soon. But her appointment is coming up in a couple of weeks. So, but yeah, I get a tingle down here. So it's a nerve going all the way. Earlier, I saw a video about chronic shoulder pain. The doctor was advising doing stuff like planks to exercise the muscles. Okay, planks, that would make sense. Yeah, I think of plank as like a core, but it does everything. So I also do like I do a lot of reps with a low weight because I don't want to, first of all, I don't want to build testosterone because that's bad with my PCOS, but I also don't want to like stress it too much. And so I'll do like 100 reps with like, 10, 20 pounds or something like that or less. And so I'll do like the counter push-ups, just like putting my feet out a good 3-4 feet and then pushing up against the counter. And I do that fairly regularly. So, but it seems like something irritated it and I don't know what it was. So Rhea Tries It is with us. Hi, Rhea. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, planks. I was doing planks for a while and then when we went to the Dominican Republic, I just didn't get back to that. But I had been going to the gym fairly regularly with Hubs, but now just not feeling well. And then I had an appointment yesterday and craziness. So, and he has the membership. So the membership's in his name and I'm his guest. So if he's not going, I don't get to go unless we want to buy another membership. And we're not there yet. So, because usually I get to go with him. So, all right. I have been using, I didn't do any makeup today because I wasn't feeling well. Y'all know, like I can be pretty under the weather and still do my makeup because it's posterity and it's for y'all. But this is the palette I've been using. I've got 2 days out of it. Profusion Mauves. These are just really good quality. Now this one, unfortunately, I feel like they're all kind of in that mid-tone, and so it doesn't give a huge wide range. And even with the shimmers tend to be fairly similar and whatnot. So that wasn't a shimmer, sorry. There's 4 shimmers. One, 2, 3, 4. Kitty, Peanut, stop. Go get the paper ball and bring it here. I'll throw it for you. She's just traumatized if I don't throw that stupid paper ball. Oh my goodness. That French island girl. Which French island are you from or do you live on? I don't know much about the French islands other than Haiti, which is not a French island. Although some people try to say it still is. But they lying. It's not a French island. I know a lot about Haiti. I am a pseudo expert on Haiti. I'm going to zoom you guys in, which means grab the pile of books and pull it towards me because we're really low tech here. The lighting is not that great, but we are going to go with a full face of my my monthly basket change. Makeup Diaries 14's with us. Hi, Makeup Diary 14. How are you? Anyway, that kitty, she's just going to sit there and cry through the whole thing. She knows there's wrappers in the room because I take, I put the cough drops in my mouth at night. I have fairly consistently slept with a cough drop in my mouth, which is not good. I also sing with the cough drop in my mouth because I just have a bronchitis, chronic bronchitis. I've had this cough since July. Those of you that have been watching can attest to the fact I've had the same cough since July. And then I'll get sick with something and then it'll go away and then the cough will be there. So I don't know if there's something going on there or what. I probably need to go to an ENT. Rainbow's doing it. The winter's been really hard on her. I'm so glad that this is probably the end of the cold weather. When it gets reasonable, like 20 or so, then we walk around the block here, which is good for both of us, especially if I can't get to the gym. But otherwise, we just bring her, back to pee and poo and then come back in the house. And so that's what she's had today because it's 0. So actually, it's 1 degree. I lied. It says on my computer that it's 1 degree. So Peanut, come here. Peanut is traumatized because she can't find her paper ball. Rainbow just farted. I better not stink, Rainbow. If that stinks, Mama's coming after you. But she's down here chewing on her blanket. She has developed that habit living in apartments because she doesn't get the exercise she needs. So it's not the worst, but she just like, yes, it's 1 degree Fahrenheit. So it's not, I mean, she's got short hair, and it's just not safe to bring her out for any length of time, especially like yesterday. There was really pretty cold wind chill. If you don't understand wind chill, if you don't live in Minnesota, wind chill is a thing, or, you know, in the states that have wind chill, that's basically the air, just the standing air can be one temperature, but once the wind comes, it's a whole different temperature. And that is where it can be really dangerous when it's super cold. We haven't had a ton of wind this winter, I feel like, but you know, there's been some. So anyway, so yeah, I have this basket, and this was my basket I was gonna do this in the last one, but we didn't get time because I talked too much. So we'll try not to do that. Kitty, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, you know what? The butt's going up. Sorry. This is the first time the butt went up, so she must be in heat again. Yeah. So great. We got that to deal with for the next week. But she will have her appointment on the 25th of this month, I think. I think that's what it is. I'll have to double check. But and then no more. She will be fixed. K Diddle Beauty. Hi, how are you, K Diddle Beauty? How's it going? Welcome to my little party. I am under the weather. I'm just not feeling well. I don't know. I'm just not feeling well. So oh, good. You watched the save one. That's good. Yeah, it was the Walmart makeup box. It's not the best makeup box, but it was $7. So for what I got and just having like little things to put in a giveaway, it was totally worth it. And then, you know, some lotion for my hubby, and he's been taking my stuff. He came in today and he's like, "Do you have anything for the lips?" And I was like, "Only like 15 options. Which one would you like?" So he's out there working in the tundra in the 1 degree weather right now. So yeah, it's kind of tough, but he's a trooper. He's such a good guy. Sometimes he's such a pain. You know how it is. But I do love him dearly. So so let's go through this basket. I'm going to basically put the new stuff on my face while we're going through and showing you what's in the basket from before. So I'm going to take some of the stuff out here just so I can get to it. So first thing that we're going to go through, and I didn't have makeup on earlier today, so this is my washed face from, it was actually, I think around 11 or 12 o'clock that I actually finally got in the shower because it just wasn't feeling very good. But I have been using these balms under the eyes, and this is the one from AOA Studio. This is a little bit waxy and a little thicker than some of the other ones. Like I've got the one from Tula in my regular pan basket, but I do like this. That's how much you can see. I don't know. You probably can't see that because let's try this way. There we go. So there's like 2 millimeters below the rim is what we're at right now. I don't think I used much at all of this, but I just dab it under the eyes. I'm not gonna use this one because this one's going out. I like this. I like anything like this, and I highly recommend this for those of us that are getting a little bit older. Just take a little a balm like this. So these are $1, and they have 3 different ones. One is a cleansing balm, I think, but they have squalane, and I think aloe is the other one, or something. One says like, this just says squalane balm. Another one says makeup remover, and I think that's the sunflower seed oil. This is off the top of my head. And then the other one is, I think it says primer, but it's kind of essentially the same thing. So anyway, this is going out. I do like it. I think it's definitely worth $1. This is the e.l.f. one that I just got. Now this is more similar to the Tula because it does have a little bit of reflect in it as well, which is nice, again, especially in cooler months. Rainbow's gonna sit on my foot and chew on her little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So I'll put a little bit of this under my eyes, and this is pretty common. This is pretty much what I do every morning, and that's after skincare and everything. You all know I'm not into commercial skincare, but I use it because I am sent it either through, well, it used to be Boxy and Ipsy. Oh, hey, I got my Ipsy, and I actually am going to get some more skincare. So they did really well for 2 months. This month is kind of like, we'll see. But I think it's okay. I think that there's a Viseart palette I'm getting. And there's also, what is this? Um, Complex Culture. Complex Culture has a blush palette in there that's really cute, and I really have enjoyed Complex Culture. Even though they're pretty safe and neutral, they're just super cute. So I'm saying cute a lot because I'm watching a British show these days, and they say cute about everything. Um, the Faith Over Fear Mama is with Hi Faith Over Fear. I'm a fan of that. Poems and Panning is with us. Hi Poems and Panning, welcome. Love my experience from the past. Oh, thank you so much. Makeup Diary 14. My experience from the past was pretty fun. Uh, well, a lot of my experience from the past was pretty fun, but even if it wasn't fun, I definitely learned a lot. So I haven't even gotten to my experience from the past. There's a lot of stuff that you guys don't even like. Oh, I could write a few books. I actually have a few books in process. Ignore the cat. She's in heat, apparently. I thought it was the paper ball, but it is apparently she's in heat because I saw the butt go up just a few minutes ago. Kitty. Psst, psst, psst. Now she's purring. She's like, "Oh, do you want to love me?" You said what's the deal with this influencer app? I'm like, how much do they want me to do before they send samples? Have you have it now? Are you not getting anything? I feel like they haven't been sending out as much stuff out in January because I didn't get anything in January. And now it's into February. So they just gave me a check your email, make sure you're getting the email quizzes. They just sent me a quiz. It was not really anything that I'm not crazy about, but I actually think I like Buzz Agent better. I think Buzz Agent gives better quality. But they don't have an app and stuff there. So Poems and Panning. What British show? It is, oh my goodness, Love Island. Do I confess? My husband was watching it, and I think it's just because they like walk around in like, thongs all the time. And so he was like, ooh, butts. I mean, that's just like blows his mind. But he could not understand the concept because it's so foreign to him culturally. And so the idea that they go away, so they couple up and then they decide if they have a relationship and they lay in bed together and he's like, really? And then, like they're doing, and they're not having sex. I was like, well, they say they're not. I mean, and the videos do show quite a bit and stuff like that. So I would think, yeah, it's pretty rank, but it's fun. So anyway, I just this is the first time I've been watching it. It was just like a couple days ago, and since I wasn't feeling well, I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this show. So they just want reviews and keep prompting me to do this and that. Yeah, hang on with them because they will eventually put something in your inbox. Make sure that it's not going to spam because it could be that their surveys are going to spam. So make sure it's not going into your junk email or your spam box. AOA is not available in Canada, I don't think. I don't think it is either. Sadly, just drive over the border. Oh my goodness. If your prime minister wasn't such a piece of work, you could actually travel more easily. A former pastor, but actually the father of my current pastor, he's stuck here. His wife is Canadian and they've been living there, and so he's been stuck here for over a month because, or I don't know if he still is, but I think so, because of he had COVID and now he's got to go through this whole process and all this kind of stuff. Is pretty crazy. Cal is with us. Hi, Cal. Yeah, AOA Studio. That's where I got the mirror from. They've got really solid stuff. If you can get them, if you got somebody that's coming over the border, what part of Canada are you in? Because if you're in a place where people are coming over the border, it's definitely worth a try. So I like them. I need to put in another order with them. I haven't ordered anything since I was in the Dominican Republic. I just ordered the e.l.f. stuff. I definitely want to put in an Ulta order because there's 2 new LA Girl palettes, and y'all know that I'm crazy about the LA Girl 16 pan formula. They're so good. And they have a couple of other new releases as well. And then there's a couple other things that I'm really interested in too. Sugar Drizzle Cosmetics has their new butterfly palette. So cute. So I want that. But yeah, I've been saying cute a lot. There's a lot of British slang that I just didn't even know existed. And I'm like, oh, what are these things they're saying? And so somebody can educate me on that. Excuse me. The prairies. But my family is in Arizona and can probably bring some. Yeah, the prices are $1 or $1 something for everything. So I do think this balm is worth it. Their BB cream, the range is not great, but just get like the 2 colors that you think are on either side of your range. It's $1. It's so good. Their brushes are phenomenal. This brush here is my go-to um, highlighter brush. It's such a good brush, $1. You can get a whole brush set of these pink ones. Let me see if I can get the right ones, since I'm partially blind here. These pink ones, this was a bad one to it, because this is probably the least useful one because it's too long and fluffy. But you can get a whole set of these for $10, a set of 10 for $10. Yeah, the Paw Patrol Sponge is really good. Mine is dirty. Where is it? Since I don't have glasses, I can't see anything. I get the microfiber one, and some people reviewed that it was her tail is coming around the side here. Some people reviewed that it was falling apart, but mine, I have had this for over a year, and I use it almost every day. I do wash it. I wash it, but I don't even have to get it damp. I do sometimes, but rarely now, because this little microfiber part it just gives enough so that you don't really need to. Although some stuff would need more than that. But Christy's with us. Hi, Christy. How are you? Yeah, the highlighter brush is great. They have some little quads they've come out with recently. I've got some of the neutral ones. I wasn't super impressed, but I also wasn't unimpressed. They're pretty just kind of standard. I think they kind of go along the lines of ColourPop and that sort of thing. I mean, they're just maybe a little bit less inventive as far as, well, they are less inventive, but ColourPop is not very inventive either. So I'm going to try to start putting on a face while you guys are listening to me gab. I got to remember to put on the new stuff, not the old stuff. So this is what's coming out. This Perfect Filter Face Primer. I tried this AOA Studio. Not really. It's nothing. I don't recommend this. I'll use it up and then we'll go on with life. It's just a really thin consistency and whatnot. So I can't see anything here because my glasses are off. So the one that I have is a Ciate London. This one came in one of my Walmart boxes, I do believe. And it's the Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. I thought for winter this would make sense, and I haven't really used it. It's got those little bursting bubble thingamabobbers in there. So we'll see, because I think I might have just like tried this when I first got it, but then didn't put it on my skin. It's super, super watery. And it has those weird little black things. It's yeah, it's really watery. It smells good. It smells like watermelon and flowers. Watermelon and roses. Kitty, am I gonna have to kill you? Don't make me kill you. No. She cuddled with me today. She has cuddled with me a lot, but today she was like, well, she's found that if I take a nap on the couch, she can go underneath the blanket, and she likes that. So also maybe because the heat was coming on. The heat meaning, her being in the heat. All right, so that's the primer situation. Now I've got a couple of base product situations here, and I'm going to go through both of those and tell you. I'm picking up the new ones first, and then I'll go into the old ones, making sure that I've got actually what I need. Okay, this is, I only have one in here, right? I think. Oh, no, I have two. I lied, because this little guy. Okay, so this is pretty much crap. If you are super dry, this might be great for you. Yeah, Ciate London, I haven't tried very much from them, so I don't know much of them. Hi, Miss Charlie, how are you? How's it going? But this has hyaluronic acid and whatnot. I find that I'm mixing this with other stuff. This is the Studio Makeup Tinted Moisturizer, and this is in the color. It says shake well, but you can't because it's on, all the air is on. I don't know. There's no color on here. Okay. No color. It's probably just was like 4 colors or something like that. Anyway, it's too oily for me. But in the winter time, I just put a little bit on, and then I put like concealer or something else if I just want really light coverage, and then I'll put like a more full coverage powder over the top. That seems to work. This is the one that I got that I was testing from NARS. This one came from Buzz Agent, I think, right? Light Reflecting Foundation. This is their new foundation in Fiji. I like it, but I don't think it's better than this. The consistency is pretty similar. And the coverage, there might be a little bit more coverage with the NARS, but not very much. So this is the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator, by the way. Yeah, it's really got a similar finish and a similar kind of work. So are you blondin? Welcome. I'm not sure what that says for sure, but welcome anyhow. Yeah, that was one of the things that they sent me from Buzz Agent. I believe that was Buzz Agent. So this is Airbrush Away Tinted Skin Perfector from number 7. And then I also put the Juvia's Place color stick in here, and this is in Luxor. Now, when I tried the color stick, it was in the summertime, Kitty. You okay? You dying? And it was really oily. I'm gonna try just a little bit of it, and then I'm gonna try to like brush it out because it looks like this color is pretty good on me. It's a little bit light, but I'm gonna put just a little bit on one side. We might do one and one just to kind of see. I already know this number 7 is really good. So I'm going to take my unmoistened, slightly dirty, but whatever, sponge. And we can see the coverage on this is really beautiful. I feel like it's maybe oily, but could also just be that I used too much, or I used it after a long time of the year. Or I didn't set it right. Kitty! Kitty! Psst, psst, psst. My goodness. Ugh. She's like, no. Nothing but a boy will do it. I think this is the last time we have to deal with her, and then maybe Sunday if she's still going. But I didn't put any in my forehead. I was just trying to see if it would transfer. It doesn't look like it did, so I'll put a little bit there. I don't like a lot of coverage, and I think this is actually the color, the finish on this is really beautiful. I know these, basically everything from Juvia's Place gets like reviews. I wasn't crazy about this the first time, so I probably didn't give it a very good review when I showed it to you guys. If I showed it to you guys, I might not even show it. But I'm sure I said something along the lines of let me check it again and see if it's any better. But the finish is really pretty. You can't really see. The neuter didn't work to calm your puppy down. Well, it will for her because hers is specific. Like she doesn't do this except when she's in heat. So, yeah. She's. I know this is how she behaved. Whoops, last month too. Those that were here can attest to that fact. Sorry, Rainbow. So, I do think I'm going to enjoy this for this cold months, and the finish is really, really beautiful. Here, there's a little bit of separation. This is where I get it. So maybe I'll have to dampen the sponge in order to avoid that right here. Because I get a lot of, like, I have deeper pores, and this is where the oil comes out more for me right here. So, let's see. Airbrush Away, number 7. This is the Tinted Skin Perfector. This is so good. And this is a satin finish. This comes out as a mousse, and it's actually pretty dark right now, especially, well, I mean, I was just in the Caribbean, so maybe it's not going to be that dark. But that's what it looks like. That's probably way more than I need for one half of my face. But it is moussey. Oh my goodness, that is so much more than I need. All right, we're going to go with that. I'm going to put the rest of this on the back of my hand. I'm sure I'm not going to need that. No, I'm ticked that I'm wasting it. But, not like I don't have enough makeup to last me the next lifetime or two. Although I don't, because, it won't last that long. Meow, meow, meow. So yeah, I really love this from number 7. There's complexion products. I do not think, at least in the drugstore, I don't think you can top them. And honestly, I think they go up against almost any high end. They're so incredibly good. Our tail's up there again. Yeah, the finish of this is definitely more of a satin matte, and this is more, though this is a lot lighter, of course, too, but this is more of a shiny finish. So I will wipe this off my, yeah, definitely, that was like twice what I needed for the product. But it's a beautiful product. I've used this before. I really like this. So I'm excited to try this again. So these two together, I think, will kind of give me what I need depending on my feeling. And then this one is a little bit light for my current tan. The other one is maybe on the tan side for me and when I'm more pale. So I don't know. We went through that with blue. My husband was about to kill her. Thank goodness we have it. Enclosed back porch. We put her in at night. Yeah, we turn on our fan and ignore her. That seems to pretty much do the trick, although my husband does get annoyed. She'll pretty much sleep. Oh, there's something on my sponge that's streaked blue across here. Who knows what I put it in? So he gets annoyed at her. I mean, he's annoyed that she exists in his house anyhow. So, Matter 916 is with us. Hi, Matter 916. How's it going? Let's go with the concealer now. So the concealer that I was using was the Huda Beauty. Oh my goodness, she's driving me nuts. This is the Overachiever Concealer, and this one came from Ipsy, I think. And this is in the color Sugar Biscuit. And it's a nice concealer. It has good coverage on it. But this one is like so close to my skin tone, it doesn't brighten anything. So I actually just use this for a little coverage. Like I said, when I was using this, I would put a little bit of this in the places where I want a little bit more coverage. And then I would kind of combine them so that oily one wasn't so oily. That was my solution for that. So what I'm adding this time is, I hope this is the right one. Yeah. So this is Be Bright from Koki. Anyone know it? This one was coming out in all of the, I think I have another one of these back here in my giveaway because they came out in, I think this came out in the Ipsy glam bag. Oi, kitty. Why'd you have to pick like this moment to decide to go into heat? So I usually just put about that much in the inner corner. I'll put one more dot down here. But I don't like to do too much concealer because I would rather look a little bit dark than to look crusty. Hey! She's like, whoa, ooh. Mom's mad at me. Hey, she shut up for a minute. All right, so this has good coverage. The color is on the little bit yellow side. That's not necessarily bad because that can be brightening. It is a little darker as well than what I would necessarily want. Did I say what color it is? Medium beige. So yeah, it would be on the, definitely on the darker side. But I think that was the only option they gave me because I wouldn't have probably picked medium beige. But yeah, the coverage is nice. I know you can't see super well. I'm going to tap it out a little bit with a sponge, just the back side of the sponge, the pointy part, to make sure that it's blended into the face products that are already there. Not too bad. A little bit. Hi, you want to say hi? Want to come say hi? Come here. Come here. Come here, horny kitty. Come say hi. Yeah. Yeah. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. My name is Peanut, and I want a boyfriend. See the butt up in there? That just started when this video started. So you're welcome. She wasn't doing that earlier. Why'd you have to get horny right now, huh? Why can't you wait till after Mommy's video? Oh, Mommy, I love you so much. Okay, I know. I know, kitty cat. Okay. Yeah, I know. Kick. All right, go see Rainbow. Rainbow will comfort you. Just kidding, she won't. Lid reminds me of the CoverGirl concealer. Oh, this one, the Koki. I've not tried anything from Koki before. This is the only one. Farmer had it done and still just as interested in being extra friendly. Oh yeah. It depends on how old they are too. So I don't know. It could depend on and how old they are, but also when dogs do it, a lot of it is dominance. Is it a male? You said neuter, so it must be a male. It could just be dominance. There's a little bit of breaking up here where it looks like the concealer lifted some of the product underneath. That would be the advantage of using a damp sponge. That's what that thing's called. Okay, so moving on. My powder that I used is the best powder in the whole wide world because it's affordable and it is really, really, really good. So this is the number 7 pressed powder. I have not tried the loose powder yet, but I've heard great things. And this is in light medium. I think there's 3 or 4 different colors. But yeah, so this is such a good powder. I said powder. That's such a good powder. So that's being retired right now. And I really like this one as well, but it's definitely a lot more expensive. And I don't see that this is any better at all than the number 7. This is the ABH Translucent Loose Setting Powder. So I'll put a little bit of this under my eyes using this little e.l.f. brush. When I do powder under my eyes, which is not always, but I do sometimes, I want to just set this to see if that kind of helps to blur any of the stuff, the blending, whatnot, if that makes sense. So I just pressed it out in the lid, and then I'm just going to run it under the eye a little bit. Okay. And then kind of put it around the T-zone. I'll add a little bit more in a minute after I do my other face products. But, so that'll be the powder. I've used it before. It's a good powder. But the number 7. Get the number 7 because that's just spectacular and it's super cheap. Okay, so the blush that's going out is the Profusion Blush Palette. And this is Blush 1 palette. It's a nice palette. It's not anything to scream about or anything, but I don't scream about blushes. So, you know, it is what it is. They're on the dry side, but they're very pretty. And it actually has a nice range there. And they're pretty well pigmented too. They don't last super long, but you know, I mean, it's a $5 palette, so who's going to complain? I think I have 2 blushes here. Do I? What do you think, Kitty? Kitty says meow. Oh, yep, I do. So I grabbed the number 7 blush. This one is Peach Velvet. This is a newer one that I got. Oh, well, that was nice. Why did that happen? Why did my light turn off, Kitty? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. Okay, the light turned off. Let me see if I can get it back on. I just unplugged because that's the... Okay. All right, back on. Okay, whatever. I don't love Profusion. I used to love them a lot more. And yeah, I have a kind of a tumultuous relationship with them. So, yes, I need that. Heard it's a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury powder. Yeah, that's what I heard too. I've never tried the Charlotte Tilbury powder, but that's what I've heard. Now the Scooter song is going through my head. What's Scooter song? What in the world? Is my light having issues or is my computer having issues? Feels like it's overheating. Maybe that's just the computer overheating. I'm gonna have to get a new computer at some point. What in the world? Come on, light. Don't be stupid. No, it's apparently the light because it's blinking weirdly. And it wasn't. Okay, we're gonna try this. We're hoping that we can get through this. Oh, that went off. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I think you can kind of see what's going on here, and then I'll turn it on at the end, and hopefully you can see. So yeah, this I found that all their complexion products from number 7 are essentially that same formula. It's very blurring. I'm gonna do one on each side because that's what we're doing. So I'm gonna use this brush, and I'm just gonna wipe it off, and then because it's not clean. And then I'm going to tap into the number 7. I know you're not going to get very good lighting here, but apparently my ring light has decided to be on the fritz, or my computer has decided to not give my ring light the power that it needs because it plugs in to the computer. So, and I usually just kind of drape it a little bit and bring it up. That color is so pretty. It's just a really nice A really nice color for this time of year. It feels like you've been kind of out in the blustery weather, and it's, and you got a little bit of wind and cold to your cheeks. Let's see. I need to scroll down because I got some stuff. We have, I'm good without light. Okay, cool. Yeah, so everybody's saying they can see without the light. That's good. Whoops. And yeah, the lid reminds you of the Color of a Girl concealer. Scooter the Neutered Cat commercial. Oh. I don't think I've seen that commercial. Yeah, there's a pretty color. You guys know I have to get super close because that's what happens. I decided to grab this one too. This is the Color Pop from the Lilac You a Lot. They had a set, and this one was in it. And this is the pressed powder blush in Petal Pusher. And I thought this would be so cute for Valentine's Day. I'm calling everything cute now because, you know, again, I'm watching a British reality show. Reality, right? Very not realistic, but, you know, whatever. So we'll see how this one works. That's a cute, that's a very Valentine-y sort of blush. That's, to me, that's the glow of innocence. That pink. And then this is the more mature. Cute. I like that. I like both of them. This is definitely would be like more every day. But this is fun. And as we get more into feeling like we want to see spring, these are going to be important because, you know, I'm ready for spring, y'all. I am so done with winter. Oh, my goodness. I do not want to live here anymore. Lord, you need to find some solution to my woes. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with. I'm not gonna go in with this brush. I like to use this for bronzer because I can kind of contour and bronze at the same time. And so this is from BH. So have we heard anything more from BH? What is their deal? I keep looking for sales, but I guess people just frenzied and went, "Oh my goodness, everything's gonna be gone," and so they decided to go ahead and yeah. Not put it on sale. Maple. So this is number 7. I guess we're on a number 7 theme. Whoops. Let me put it back so you can not see my reflection and also see the logo. So this is the bronzer from number 7. Like I said, it's like their other complexion products. So I'll just kind of take this and kind of fluff it around in there. It's pressed pretty hard, so you don't get really any fallout. But I just kind of do this, and then I kind of carve out the cheek a little bit. So I kind of go under, and then I just go right up to the nose, because why not? If you got a little bit extra, may as well go on the nose, because that's the bronzer. And I like to put the color here instead of at the tip, because just the shape of my nose and whatnot. So this is a pretty light bronzer. So it doesn't give a ton of anything, but it just warms the skin. Yeah, it's really nice. Winter storm warning right now. We just got still 1 degree. Spring vibes. Oh my goodness, where are you? Poems and Panning, where are you? Because I'm in Minnesota. It's 1 degree, as I just mentioned. And that is so annoying. And I'm over it. I'm so over it. So just do a little bit of around the perimeter of the face here. And like I said, I'm just going to go over the bridge, over the chin, kind of do that. Warm up the face. Yeah. This is such a good bronzer, but the biggest thing about it is not necessarily even the color. It's the fact that it blurs. Kitty, hey, 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 hey. He's not coming for you tonight, okay? I told him he can't. She's like, my boyfriend needs to come. She doesn't have a boyfriend. Celsius. Yeah, where does it meet? Does it meet at 0 or does it meet at something else? Does it meet at 21? I don't know. It's freaking cold. -38. Yeah, see, y'all are weird with the Celsius thing. No, I'm kidding. Actually, we're the ones that are weird because everybody else does Celsius. I know. She's like, it's that little chirpy thing with a half purr in it. Like she's hoping to seduce somebody to come and boink her. Poor kid. Okay, so that was the. I gotta put these over here because they're. That was the blush and the bronzer. Oh, wait, I didn't show you what was going out. What's going out is this guy. So this is my little NARS thing that I got for my birthday at Sephora. Itsy bitsy little NARS guy. Look at that. What, Rainbow? She looks like she thinks Daddy's coming home, but I don't think he is right now. He might. Pan the Shade is with us. Hi, Pan the Shade. How are you? Welcome. We're talking about the stuff that's going out of my monthly basket and the stuff that's coming into my monthly basket since we're now in February. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's February already. Valentine's Day, all that stuff. So NARS, this is a nice little bronzer. It's super small, as you can see. This is, I mean, it's just a little giveaway thing for birthdays. So that's the difference in the pan. And it's quite a bit darker, but it's not overly pigmented. So I have not had any bad luck, but this one you can just kind of not make a mistake with. So you kind of just don't go overboard with this one at all. So the NARS is going out and the number 7 is coming in. Alrighty. So let's look at highlights. I have 2 highlights that are coming out. The one is the e.l.f. highlight here. And this is in white gold. This is a nice, not overly, it's like it's just a champagne-y, nice silver. Actually, you can kind of see better with the light off like this. I can't see as well, but you can see. Never mind, you can't see. That was probably my swatch. Let me try a better swatch. Yeah, it's just not swatching well. But it's very pretty with that little AOA Studio brush. I'll just flick it in there, and then I usually flick like where there's no lines, and then I kind of just come up and over on my eye. Just kind of do that so that there's a little bit of glimmer around the whole thing. Yeah. And then the other one that I put in there that I really didn't use, and that's this one. This is the Heroin Glow one by Juvia's Place. This was one of their freebies in one of the orders I put in. It's just such a dark one, and I was going to use it as basically as a shadow topper or something like that. It's a beautiful color, but I mean, Juvia's Place is not made for white girls, and that's fine. And I don't have a problem if something's not made for black girls too, because I don't think that we should try to force companies to try to do something that they're not good at it. I mean, they're going to go where the money is. That's just the thing. Is like money is more powerful than cancel culture. Just saying. I mean, trying to force somebody or shame them into like, you have to do this and you have to do that and you have to add this and whatever. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm weird that way. I am definitely not PC and I'm definitely not a leftist. So if you are those things, I apologize. I will pray for you and for your healing. But I do actually also have the Putty bronzer in there. And this is the one that is in Golden Days. So this is definitely a lot more. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of this on just because we can, because nobody really cares. I'm going to use this Complex Culture. I love these brushes. Complex Culture is so good. What else do they carry, guys? And I really like this because this is basically just perfect for these little bronzers. And that's mostly what I use this for. So I'm going to just, even though I should have put it up first, but I forgot it was in there. So I just kind of use this and kind of contour out. Same thing, I just kind of tap along. Put the majority up here. And then I'll just kind of bring it down and I'll just put it over the nose in case there's anything else. I run it up on the forehead. You don't see a whole lot because I went in pretty lightly. But it's just really nice to layer this under this because for one, this is pretty light, but also it just re-emphasizes it. So yeah, it's pretty nice. All right, the highlighter that I'm putting in then is IBY, Inspired by You. This is another, she must have heard Daddy's car out there or something. He must have driven by because she's Rainbow sitting by the door, wagging her tail, looking at the door. So she must have heard him or heard something that looks like him. That was a perfect moment to say your tagline and tilt your head with hands. What one was that? Hi, my name is Priscilla, and I like to talk about things like the stuff that I'm moving from one to the next. I don't know what I said. That was a perfect moment, but apparently I missed it. So Inspired by You, IBY highlighter, and Maldives. Is that how you say it? Maldives. What does that mean? Anybody want to interpret that for me? Why did you open one part of the blinds? so that our neighbors can spy on us while I'm making this video. I'm doing this. Oh, she's playing with the kitty. That's what she's doing. You playing with the kitty? Yeah. Hey, you're gonna be loud now. There's people like in their houses trying to relax, and then you guys are being loud. All right, so I'm gonna I go down here because I've got some lineage right up here. So I basically go right below that, and then I kind of come around the outside, and I just flick it over the top because it'll kind of serve out a little bit of a shimmery base for just on the top. I find that that's a little bit more, ends up being a little more natural if I do that before I put the actual shadow on. It's a nice champagne-y. It's pretty blinding. On the pink side of the champagne-y, put a little bit on the nose. I gotta do that because I got some balm on my lips, and I don't want to put the brush in it, so I curl my lips in. So that's the highlight, right? Pretty, yeah. So that's the one that I'll be using. It's a little deluxe sample sort of thing that you get from the Glam Bag. Oh, not too bad. I think that one came from, I'm pretty sure that one came from Glam Bag. So what are we on to next? All right. I got you, babe. Let's do brows because we can. So this is the brow. Let me see if I can find the actual brush that came with it. Considering I'm blind, that could be a little bit of an issue, but I don't think it's in this one. I have 2 cups of washed brushes and a few sitting here that are not washed because, you know. Here it is. Okay, so this is the e.l.f. Brow Lift. It's a little gel, and then the it's got a hair in it, my hair, and it's got some fuzz too. This is a little brush that comes with it and a little spatula. So basically, you're supposed to brush it on and then hold it down. Good highlighter. Yeah, it is a nice highlighter. Oh, in your bag this month. I've had that one for a minute, so I guess they probably have some. I know they'll get something and they'll kind of cycle it through and then they'll cycle it through again, which I'm not mad at, except there is one, I forgot even which one it is, but there is a mascara that I'm getting that I already have. So that will go in a giveaway or something. I kind of stopped giving anything to family because they're not appreciative of it. And yeah, they don't appreciate it, and they don't know the value of it, and they don't really, they're like, oh, whatever. They don't see the difference in like the opportunity to try high-end stuff versus just Walmart, which, you know, hey, I'm all for Walmart because I am a Walmart fan. So I know it's not necessarily trendy politically to be that way. So I've considered like cutting off the tails because the tail of my brows come down so much, but I haven't because I kind of like the fact that they're just kind of what they are. So I'm just dipping it in the lid because there's still a lot of product there, and then I just kind of brush it up. Now you can shellac these down, which I don't usually do, but I'll just show you a little bit. So this tool kind of just helps to press it right up against the skin. So it just kind of supposed to hold it down until it dries. But I just, you know, I'm a rebel. I do whatever I want. And I don't like them to look like they're greased down. I think that's just gross looking. You do you, but man, that is not what I want. So I like to fluff them up a little bit. But you can do that. Also, when you do it that way, they just kind of show the gaps a little bit more. Yeah, and I don't do a whole lot with my brows. This one is this needs a little bit of taming compared to the other one at least. So we'll kind of tap that down, and then I'll just kind of go across the top and put those where they need to go. Yeah, I have found that it holds pretty well. How many subscription boxes are you currently getting, and which ones? I get the Walmart one, and I get Ipsy Glam Bag and Ipsy Plus. That's it. I got rid of Boxy because they just weren't giving me what I need. Ipsy got a lot better, but Yeah. So, oh, last month you got it. Okay. Nena is with us. Sweet Nens is with us. Welcome. I've been seeing your looks. They're so cute. I've hardly been on my, oh my goodness, people. I've been busy. I've been life, man. So yeah, this is the brow pen, the color that I'm using. So Rainbow finally decided that the kitty has had her moment, and Rainbow decided to go and shut her up, and then now she's happily playing with her squeaky toy. So took care of that. She just chased Kitty around a little bit, and now Kitty's quietly sitting on the couch looking at her play with her squeaky toy. So she's established herself as the head. So I'm gonna just kind of, so this is the Juvia's Place pen. And I mentioned when I first got this, because I got this one from Buzz Agent to try. And I like this one so much better than the ABH because it stays where it needs to go. However, doesn't seem like it really wants to come out now. And that's probably because I just put that gel on. And it's, okay, yeah, it's going on. It's just, it really looks hair-like, and that's why I can't tell the difference between it and my existing hairs, which is a good problem to have. Except, you know, you're trying to see if it's working. I need to do some trimmy dim up at the top, but I haven't gotten there. So I'm just gonna kind of. I'm really bad at brows, so, and I'm also lazy, so I know people have their perfect brows, but it just fills out so nicely. Kind of fills in those spaces. You see the open spaces here. So, oh, that was not me or Rainbow farting. That was the chair. It's a vinyl chair that I'm sitting on. This is a weird chair. I got this chair on Facebook Marketplace from some old people. It's comfortable, but it kind of leans forward weirdly, and I haven't figured out how to adjust it. I feel like I had it adjusted, and now I don't. This is brown. This is dark brown. So I don't like to use black because my brows aren't quite that, but they are. Sometimes brown can be too red because my brows are on the ashy side of dark brown. So, but this works really nicely. This color is really great for me. So this is a Juvia's Place Ice Sculpt Ice Shade Brow Pen. That will be in the basket for the month. So I have cat hair stuck to my face. So the ones that are coming out are these and these. These are both e.l.f. products. Come on. So this is the e.l.f. pencil. That's just the standard e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. It's got the spoolie on one side and the pencil on the other side. It's the thicker one. They have a thinner one as well, but this is the thicker end. It's just a nice pencil, and then I just spoolie through really well to make sure it's, there's not like any unevenness or whatever. And then my Wow Brow, which has been my go-to. I love this. This is a great little basic brow gel. So this was great like in the Dominican Republic because you put the brows in place and they don't move even in the heat. By the way, I did get that nail polish open last time, and I used nail polish remover. That worked. I just had to let it sit there for a few minutes, like an hour or so. Not a few minutes, but an hour or so. And then it dripped around there, and I was able to open it really easily. So if you're wondering how to open up a dried up, I just dripped nail polish remover in. I turned it upside down so it would go up in the threads, and that took care of the trick. I did not get a chance to try the hot water because it opened. It's a decent brow. Yeah, it depends on how thick your brows are. Mine are getting thicker, but they're not as yeah. But have you tried the clear one? Have you tried this clear gel that they just came out with? Because that might be something you want to try. And also their little bite-size brows. Those are pretty nice with the wax. They also have a brow wax pen that I do kind of like. But I find this to be really convenient for me. I don't need a lot of hold because I don't, like I said, I don't do a lot with my brows. I'm too lazy and I don't care. It's just basically, it's kind of a fight I don't want to fight. So let me see what else I've got. Okay, so we are getting to the end here. I'm gonna look at, I have this and I didn't put a pencil in here, I don't think. No, I didn't. Because I just haven't been using it. I put this Il Makiage black pencil, black liner pencil in here, and I didn't use it all month. So that's one of the reasons I stopped with Boxy too, is I was getting too many repeats of things like black liquid liners. I don't need them. So I actually might declutter and give a couple away to nieces or something like that, because I don't need those. I don't need all of them. I might use one, but I don't need all of them. Okay, so eye primer. This is crap. This was in the glam bag. This is the M2U NYC eye primer. I can make it work, but it does crease, and it's just, yeah. Definitely better eye primers I've used. Like, all of my eye primers are better than that. I have actually got two that I'm bringing in. This is the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer, and the reason I've got two is because this one's a little bit darker, and I don't always want to have a little bit darker base. But I'm going to do one on each side today, because I'm going to use the palette that I'm going to have in here. I'm starting to put a palette in my basket every month so that I can be using my palettes, and so that I have like a companion palette to use to dip into when I want. This is the other primer, and I've already tried this before and I really like it. This is the LA Girl Pro Primer HD High Definition Eyeshadow Primer. It's a waxy sort of formula, and it's white, so it does help to brighten colors nicely. And so they're kind of similar, but they're opposites. So both kind of waxy, putty, creamy sort of formulas. Okay, so the palette that I'm using, I'll show you the palette and then we'll get to the eyes. It's the Revolution Forever Flawless Constellation palette. I got this, a year ago maybe. It's so cute and it's so fun, and I thought this would be a lot of fun for Valentine's Day. It has basically all the colors that you need to celebrate Valentine's Day. There's not much neutral at all. There's universal and retrograde. This is like a mauve, and this is like a brown. But other than that, everything is either shimmer or not neutral. Oh, wait. Asteroid. Asteroid is like a... and it's a beige. It's not like a bone color. So what should we do? What do we want to do? Do you want to do half and half? Do half the palette on one side and half the other side. I'm not going to be able to get the whole palette on there probably, because there's a ton of shimmers in here. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 shimmers on the right side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the left. Yeah, maybe 6. Neptune is also a shimmer. So, and they're so different, but I don't think I have used eye primers. Eye primers, I really recommend it to let your shadow last, but you don't need to spend a lot of money on it. I used to not use them at all, but then I started to use it. So I'm just going to basically put one primer on one eye. We'll pretend I didn't do that. I just scraped a chunk of that one color under my nail. But I saved the palette. The palette didn't die. It just fell off the edge of the computer because I'm an idiot and put it there. Okay, so we're going to use this. I'm going to grab this little, not that one. I want this little brush. So this is a little dense brush. And this one was from MSQ, which is a Amazon brand. Just check MSQ on Amazon. And I'll just kind of go like this. You can tap it on with your finger too, but I just want to see how it works with a brush and see if I can get a little bit of like shaping and stuff like that. Yeah, so I definitely see the color there. You can definitely see that that's on a kind of a yellow toned sort of color. And it will just add a nice base so that everything goes on smoothly. The other thing with it is it will, and with a lot of you, it probably would just be basically your skin tone or pretty close to it. Quiche is with us. Hi, Quiche. How are you? So this is going on nicely. I'm going to tap in with my finger and just see if that's different. It's pretty stiff, which is good because then you're not going to get like too much. But okay, so that's nice. That's a nice base, and it's not too dark. But if you're darker skinned than me, this would be just like a neutral, a nice neutral. And if you're dark skinned, this would be like a light. This would be like basically me using this white one. So yeah, it's not too bad. But the good thing about this is it'll dry down. It already feels really nice. The tack, there's a little bit of tack there, but it's not overly. So I'm gonna put this. Well, actually, no. I'll do one look then the other, so that it doesn't dry down too much. I'm gonna show you the other eye products I have here too, because I may want to put one or two of them in here. I haven't decided. But you know, I like to do one and dones. Oh, by the way, the eyeshadow palette that's coming out is this one. So good. This is so good. I didn't use it as much as I could have because I really like to, when I'm using the palettes that I'm using, I want to use them themselves as much as possible. But this Jungle Lights palette from Flower Beauty is stunning. It is so good, and you absolutely need this. I recommend this to everyone. If you like good shimmers, it is so good. It's so good. It's so good. So good. So good. Okay, so I'm putting that on there again, even though it fell off the other time because, you know, like I said, I'm an idiot. The one and dones, which are basically just eye colors and stuff, that they're not really all one and dones, but they're like add-ons to the eye look. This is from Tinkerbell. I think I used this once. I'm just apparently not into these, into the Super Shocks. They're cute. They're pretty. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Flower Beauty. Yes, it's from Flower Beauty, the Jungle Lights. So this is from, oh, it's right here. Glam Shop Poland, and it's the one I can't say, but it's just a loose glitter. I was going to add that in this month. I didn't use it at all. I think I might have used this one. This is the e.l.f. Liquid Metallic Eyeshadow in Galaxy. Yeah, Galaxy, and it's like that bronzy color, really pretty, but I think I might have used that once, and I didn't use this one at all. This is the Prism Cream Eyeshadow from AOA Studio. I had hope for these, but this one I think is a little bit better pigmented. I'm actually going to compare this to the other ones just for fun, the other ones that I'm adding in. So that's the pigment of it. But there's like some weird shimmer in there that it's like there's shimmer, but it doesn't really stick. So there's shimmer on my finger, but then the shimmer doesn't stick when I put it down. But maybe if I used a brush, it would. I don't know. You think I did? You saw a pic. Okay, so yeah, the Flower Beauty, that is a fantastic palette. It's one of those I was actually mad that I didn't get it earlier because it's so good. I mean, it's really, really stunning. And if you're just starting out and you want a really good, solid, inexpensive, I mean, relatively inexpensive shimmer palette, you cannot go wrong with that, in my opinion. Okay, so the ones that I'm adding in here are basically just these three here. These are all from Pat McGrath. That's not even correct. P. Louise, let's try that. From P. Louise. So this is their cosmetic base, and these are their cosmetic paints. So these have a much bigger opening here. The mouth is much more open, so you can put a brush right in that, which I like, and then they close pretty tight. This one just comes off like this. I'm going to just put a little bit of this on the back of my hand just so you can compare this with the AOA Studio. I mean, again, the AOA Studio is $1 and this is $15, I think. Though I got them on sale. But I put these in because it's Valentine's Day month, and so I figured these would be a lot of fun to put in for Valentine's Day. I might use one of them tonight. We'll see. But that's about the same amount. Definitely way more pigmented. It's definitely a bubblegum, baby doll bubblegum sort of pink. Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. I haven't figured out how to use them yet, but you know, that's a learning curve. We'll figure it out. But this, I got a couple more too, but I wanted to get the reds and the pinks and stuff. So that's what we did. This is, what's the difference here? Raver. Yeah, this is, they're like a red and a pink. I can't see this very well because my glasses are off. Okay, so that's what's coming in and going out. Maybe I'll do, should I do a, your internet's going bad on you. Yeah, it happens. Maybe I'll do a Valentine's Day, like a neutral-ish Valentine's Day, and then a less neutral-ish Valentine's Day. I think I'll use the right side for my neutral-ish. Like a neutral, not neutral, but like a more wearable, smoky-ish sort of thing over here. So I'm going to go into retrograde, which is this like purple at the bottom, and then I'm going to go into Mars, which is this red. Oops, red right here, burgundy red. We'll try those to start. Is Venus a shimmer? No, I don't think it's a shimmer. No, it's not. It's a matte. It's a brilliant matte. By the way, these do stain, so if you're wondering. But it's kind of, it's brighter than this. So that's Venus, and this is the base from P. Louise. Okay, so, well, I guess I can just use this mirror. We'll use this mirror. Hopefully I don't forget and block myself. So, yeah, like cake pink, exactly. It's like frosting and pastries and stuff. I'm going to put a little bit of this really super light, which is asteroid. It's not super light, but it's the lightest one of the bunch, just to make sure the edge is blended right where I put that base. And I didn't bring the base all the way up, so I just want to make sure it's blended, and I also want to make sure it's lightest at the top. So now I'm going to go into retrograde, and I'm just tapping lightly because I don't know what I'm going to get. So, but I'm going to try to do a little bit of a smoky-ish eye. So I'm putting this kind of right. So my, you know, because I have the hooded eyes, I want to make sure that you can see this above the hood when my eye is like this, which is hard to do because, yeah, those two pinks do look good together. Because my eyes are so hooded, so you end up with really only this like tiny bit at the top that you can actually see if my eyes are fully relaxed, which they usually aren't. Fortunately, I'm a pretty expressive communicator, and so I raise my eyebrows a lot naturally. All right, so that's kind of just putting down the base, putting down the boogie. Lay down the boogie, play that funky music till you die. We'll put a little bit of Mars right in the corner and sweep it up a little bit. I want to just add a little bit of this red because this is along the neutral side for me, since I am a pink tone person. So I'm just basically taking that red and I'm just making a little circle and I'm flicking it up, and then I'll kind of flick it forward, but I'm going to concentrate on that spot below, basically between my natural crease, and you see that spot that doesn't really have much of that mauve color in it. That's where I'm going to kind of place this. So it just deepens that up a little bit. So basically what I'm doing is I'm kind of making the outside of it, and I might go really super, super bright, but I might wait until the end to do that so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to take that Mars and I'm going to pinch this brush, and I'm just going to run along the side, the lower lash line, just so I can kind of keep that swoop, the momentum of that swoop all the way from the bottom. And I only go about 2/3 in, so. All right, so now we've got a whole bunch of shimmers to play with. I've got a green, I've got Mercury, which is like a silver cluster, which is a darker metallic. These two metallics are so pretty. They're really similar though. Not necessary. Night Sky, which is that gorgeous, oh, that's like a purple blue. Solar, which is that gold. And Saturn, which is this green. I mean, you almost can't, they can't be any more different in a way, but they all work really well together. I mean, except these two are really similar. So, which one do we want to go with? I can do a couple of them. Now, knowing I'm not going to wear this long, so I don't really care if it, if it lasts or, how it wears. But for me, because my super heavily hooded eyes, if I put all of those on, I would need to use a glitter glue or a tacky base in order to make sure they stay where they're going to be. But I don't even think I'd care about that much. Gold. So we're saying gold. What if I use cluster, which is that dark, that black kind of ish gunmetal? Kitty, hey, 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 hey. Kitty, Rambo, shut up the kitty. Make the kitty shut up. That was funny. She was like, I've had enough of you, cat, and like went after her. So if I use the cluster, which is the darkest of those like metallics, and then a little bit of this blue, and then go into the gold. What do you think? So use the gold like in the inside, the inner like half-ish, but then right on the outer corner, put that darkest, and then a little bit of blue, and then into the gold. Let's do that. Lifestyle of Soma's there. How's it going, Lifestyle of Soma? Welcome to our party. We're laying down the boogie. Also putting on makeup. So I'm doing 2 looks. I'm doing one on each eye with this palette from Revolution, which I'm going to be putting in my monthly basket. So I'm hoping that because this has so many shimmers and fun things like that, I thought I would add, hey, kitty, hey, psst, psst. She was quiet for a minute, but now she decided. All right, so I'm just going to basically use this on the brush, not really on, I don't want it to be super shimmery, although it is actually getting pretty shimmery. And I'm just using this kind of to darken up that outer edge. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Let me move this so I can show you what I'm doing. I like to move it, move it. Kitty, hey, 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 shut up. Yeah, I know. It's really hard when you need a boyfriend and there's no one in sight. And Mommy and Rainbow Heart just not loving you like we're supposed to. All right, so that gives a lot of, that's the darkest one. Because it just has so much reflect, so it looks, and I used a really light hand. Okay, I like that. But now I'm going to use a kind of flat-ish brush. Not that one. Hey, stop. Things are falling over because I've got them all like tossed wherever. I can't see a stinking thing. Okay. Is that a flat brush? That's a flat brush. I'm going to go into the night sky. And I know normally I would put a base under this, a tacky base, but I'm not doing that now because I'm just going to wash this off anyhow. But I want to put a little bit of this blue just on the edge of that. And then kind of bring it in to that dark. Oh, man, that's pretty. So this is laying it down a little bit thicker. I really just put it on the edge, but it picked it up through the whole thing. I'm going to actually take the other side of this brush. If I can find which one I'm going to put it on. Never mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to clean the brush with my little fake color switch from AOA Studio. Also, if you're going to order from AOA Studio, definitely that color switch thing, if it's available, to get it. I'm going to go back into Cluster, which is that darker of the gunmetal sort of colors. And I'm just going to kind of intensify that a little bit. So there's a little bit more shimmer. Ooh, that's so pretty. Okay. And I'm going to show you one, one extra, burst. This, by the way, this is a crap Shein brush. A brush that I got from there, like 20-something brushes, but they had a lot of these flat ones. And I like those for putting on shimmer. So they're like really super synthetic, but that means they don't grab it. They pick it up, but then they just like lay it down really nicely. So that blackish one is called Cluster right here. And then I put this blue one, which is called Night Sky with it. So that's what I've got on there right now. Now we're going to go into Solar, which is the gold. because we can. What do you think about that, Kitty? She's not approving of it. Or anything really right now. I gotta tilt my head back because I got that funky little fold. That's right there. That will kind of not let stuff go by. And I'll kind of, do the shape of a cut crease. But cut creases don't last on me because of my hooded eyes. So, I don't know, whatever. Hey, hey, hey. She's just looking at me like, what? Do you have something for me? So I'll lay down the shape here, and then I'll kind of tap it into my finger in the center so that build it up a little bit. Now I'm going to start blending these two together. So basically gold on this one and blue on this one. And I'll bring the blue into the gold. And I don't think this will really mix into a green. They might a little bit, but they don't seem like they're doing that. So that's kind of what we've got. Yeah, I like that. I think that's super cute. Now, you can leave it like that, which I think is a fun take on like a Valentine's Day sort of thing. I can intensify it, but the other thing I can do is I can go in with like a pencil brush like this. This is a Profusion, by the way. I got this on clearance. And hey, kitty, psst, psst, psst. I'm going to go into Venus. Venus is this bright pink because I can, and this is Valentine's Day looks. Look how much that picks up. Holy cow, I'm scared, but not too much because I'm clearly still doing it. And I'm just going to put it on the front, and I'm just bringing it right over the top. And that's basically going to give you enough of that pink that now it's a little bit more intense of a Valentine's Day look. I'll just bring the rest underneath. Yeah, and that will definitely stain, so tomorrow I'll have pink right there because that's how it works. But look how cute that is. And then you can just take the brush that you used with the dark, the like more neutrally colors. I don't know where I put it, so I'm going to grab another brush. It's all underneath everything else. And I'll just kind of like blend these in a little bit lightly because I don't want to distort that splash of pink. But using that as a little highlight and bringing it out is so cute. I like that. That's what I like about this. Yeah, the pink, I think the pink kind of finishes the job. Brightens it up and just, yeah, super cute. I'm going to add a little bit more of the Mars, this dark red on the edge now that I know where my edge is, just to kind of give it dimension. And pinch it and bring it a little bit more. I have this weird little dip here, so it looks like it's not a straight line, even if I make a straightish line, so I have to kind of like add a little bit more on the dip. So, Peter Skeltzis. Hi. I don't know how to say your name, but welcome anyhow. So that's one Valentine's Day sort of look. We'll put the mascara on in a little bit. You know I've got mascara coming. Let's use the other half of this palette. So now we're going to do, I think, a more like traditional purple and pink sort of thing. This Jupiter color, that's also a matte, but that's more of a, it's less bright. Whoops, sorry. It's less bright than I mean, they're both bright. It's just this is more bubble gum and this is more Barbie, I guess. And then, yeah, so we're going to let's do a halo eye. Does that work? I think a halo eye will do it. I think that'll get the job done. Let's use this primer. Make sure my fingers are clean before I tap it in so I don't. And this just goes on white and waxy. Oh, kitty, stop it. You're not dying. Yeah, I'll be glad when she gets fixed. Daddy's not going to be happy when he comes home and she's in heat again. He'll be like, ah, like she has an appointment. Just relax yourself. It's fine. You'll just have to endure another few days and then that should be it. Okay, so we're going to go into, I'm going to do quite a bit of purple on this one, I think, because you know me, I like me some purple. So I'm going to start with, you know what, maybe I do want to do is dimensional, because I've got so much stuff here I can do. Hey, 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 hey. Worked for a second. We'll see how long that lasts. Cosmic. We're going to go into Cosmic, which is the purple. I don't know if you can see that. And I guess I'm going to do a somewhat similar look. I mean, a somewhat similar shape, just because I feel I can use more colors that way. These are really nice palettes. Who else uses these? I know a lot of people are like, Revolution is crap. And I've kind of gone back and forth on them, but I think the reason I haven't used this as much is because it's just so bright, and it's like, it has to be like the middle of summer or, something like that for me to really get into using this sort of thing. But that color's so pretty. Internet keeps kicking you out. Oh, I know the pain, man. Living in the developing world, definitely. You have to deal with that on the regular. All right, so we're going to go in with the Jupiter, which is that pink. I'm just using the same brush. I just cleaned it out with that switch, that color switch. And I'm just going to basically go right from the edge of that purple and bring this in. And then I'll just kind of fluff it up because I don't want it to be as intense as this one. I want this to be more kind of a fade into purple sort of thing. So we'll just go over the top and then tap into Cosmic again and put that over here. Yeah. Now, and this should probably be a little bit more like normal. This is maybe a little less normal for a Valentine's Day look. I still think it's very appropriate for Valentine's Day with the reds and the pinks being in the frame, but we'll make this more straight up. So I'm going to go into the blue, which is Neptune. And that is also a shimmer, but it's a brighter blue. So this is Neptune, and this is Night Sky, the one we used on this side here. So we'll see how that blue works. I'll get kind of a densely packed brush. I know it sounds like I just farted again. I did not fart. I just leaned forward on this chair. And that's the sound it makes. So Neptune. Hi, kitty kitty. What, are you having problems? And I'm just going to put this right into the purple. So this is basically going to just intensify that purple because it's a blue. So it will build it up and deepen it. And yeah, I think she just farted. No, I don't know if that was a fart or like a weird meow. But man, that color's pretty. Those colors together are so pretty. So I'm going to bring a little bit up over the top so that it gives a little dimension to the crease. And then I'll clean off this brush because I've already used 500 brushes. I don't need to use 501. So I'm going to go into Spiral. Am I? I think I'm actually going to go into Dimension, which is the pink. Well, no, I better go into Spiral. Spiral is the lavenderish sort of purple. Yeah, I think this is going to have to go. I don't know. You know what I think I'm going to end up doing? Putting one on the bottom. I think the pink is going to have to go at the bottom because I don't think it's going to work to put these next to each other really because this one's such a light lavendery sort of purple. And I'm using a fluffy brush to put this on so that it's more like almost more satiny, but it still has a ton of reflect. It also helps me to blend it out a little bit more with that darker blue. But yeah, you see that reflect? Ooh, that is pretty. This is so cute. I'm loving my purple Valentine's Day look. And then I'm going to go into these champagne-y colors because that's what just makes it a little bit more wearable, as you may, depending on your thoughts. I'm going to go into Harp. Actually, I'm just going to tap into these because I don't need, yeah, it looks like I can tap into them just fine. So put Harp on the kind of the middle-ish part, just to use a little bit darker than what the other one's going to be. I'll start going back and forth with the purple as well, so they'll blend together. And then I'm using Celestial, which is like a little champagne-y pink almost, and putting that on the inside. And then I'm going to kind of bring that up a little bit just to open up my eye. So you see with that pink champagne-y colors right there. Bring that in to open up the eye. I'll put a little bit more Harp right next to that, so it adds a little bit of gold, but it's not overly gold. It's just a touch of that gold right in the middle there. You can see just a tiny bit. And then I'll go into Spiral with my finger, with a different finger, and I'll tap that forward onto that gold just to kind of make sure those are well blended. And then going into my pinky finger into Neptune, I'm going to just tap a little bit of that on the outer corner because I just want to make sure that they're really nicely pigmented. But that's kind of the look, that fade all the way to the outside. Cute. Cute, cute. And then, so we have Fractal, Universal, which is the brown. I'm probably not even going to use that one. But I think I'll maybe use these other two. I have I guess I'll use this. Well, that's okay. I'll use this angled brush. It's kind of big, but it's an MSQ brush. And I'm going to go into Fractal first, which is that silvery one at the bottom. I know I'm kind of using all the colors, but I want to do that because, you know, I can. I'll just kind of pop this in the inner corner and then at the bottom. This brush is definitely bigger than what I would normally use for this, but it was the one I grabbed, so it's what I'm using. I want to get it into the inner corner, but I don't want it to be like shabam too badly. So I'm trying to use the corner of it. Not the best brush, but you know, I'm being preemptively lazy, thinking I don't want to wash them as quickly. So I don't actually mind washing brushes too much, but just getting, you know, like getting the chance to do it is kind of sometimes a pain. So there's a little bit of silver right there. You know, it's totally up to you. Raymond Yai is with us, and FWDHMYTDTW or something is with us. Welcome to our party. Dimension is this bright pink shimmer right here. That's like a purple pink. We're going to put that right underneath, and we're going to go all out right along the bottom lash line. And I'm going right over the top of the edge of that purple just so it blends in. And that gives it just a little bit of finished quality at the bottom. Yeah? What do we think? What do we think? So there's a kind of out there sort of reddish, and then the blues and the golds. And then this one is definitely the traditional pink and purple. Yeah. I like this palette. Like I said, it'll stain. So know that if you plan on using it, if you haven't used it already, you'll want to know that. Yeah, I didn't use these guys. I could still, but I don't think I'm. Well, actually, let me go into this one just for fun, because these are supposed to be pretty good in the waterline too. Let me grab that same brush. If I see where it is, there it is. That angled brush or any flat brush will do as well. I'm going to see if I can put a little bit of this in the waterline. Just, oops, that's maybe too big. But you see, you can put the brush right into it. It's not too big. I just had to smush the brush down a little bit. And then, let's see. I can just tap this into the waterline. Looks like it's working. Is this going to look like I have pink eye? Maybe. That's fun. It's definitely different than what I would normally do, but it is fun. I'm going to try the red on the other side since that one's more red. And I'm going to use a different brush because it's creamy. I don't want to mix them together. If it was dry, I would just wash it or just clean it off. But where's that other flat? Here we go. So this is a little e.l.f. liner brush. And we'll go into the red. Just tap into that. And so yeah, these are, they're a little bit chunky to use as like graphic, especially since I don't have the smoothest skin at my age. But if you're really smooth skinned and young and you don't have those problems, then you might just be fine. This is definitely more on the orange side, so it doesn't actually match with the pinkies on this, but you know, it doesn't have to. Who cares? I mean, nothing in this matches, so it just gives that little bit of red in the waterline, and that's that little bit of pink. I think it's cute. I think they're nice. Yeah, it looks a little bit like, you know, I'm enjoying the CBD a little bit too much. I'm not, by the way, just so you know. And then the lippies. So I've got a couple lippies here. I'm going to get to the mascara in just a second. The e.l.f. Love Triangle Lip Filler Liner. Let me blot some of this. I don't have very much balm on my lips, so just make sure it's off. So this is the one that's a triangle shape, the new one. And this is in a mauve color, so it doesn't really match anything, but that's okay. Because you make them match. I do like this, and it has a little bit of tack. So all right, so there's the line. Hopefully you can see that. And it gives a nice wide line, or you can use the point and get more precision. So that's kind of the nice thing about this one. And it has that tack a little bit like the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk that I have. I'm going to go right over the top with this gloss right now so that you can see what this is all about. This is the Cookies and Dream lip gloss that I just picked up. And this, I think, would be a look with the eye look. I do realize I'm getting that liner on the doe foot, but whatever. This is a little more cool toned, but this is kind of cool toned too. So, but a little bit more smoky. So, you day, I can't say, I don't know your name, so I'm sorry, but welcome to our party. I can't read all that. I don't know what that says. But this is a really nice gloss, and just with a simple, what's the word I was looking for? A simple liner like that. A simple, not sipple. That sounds like supple. Which is not what I'm looking for. You know, it looks like actually this base, that pink base, I just wiped it off. It does not seem to stain. Oops, sorry. I'm maybe blinding you with that. Blinded by the light. I can't think of you know too much. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the... Okay. Yeah, so this is more cool tone and more smoky, but I really like this color. And like I've mentioned before, when I mentioned before, this is more like milky. So it's not just a clear gloss. It has a little bit of a like milky cast to it. So I'm going to wipe this off, and I'm going to go to the next lippy because I got a couple lippies I think will just be fun for the month of Valentine's. If I remember to use them. That's the thing that sometimes I forget, and I'm just like, oh, why don't I use? So this is the next one. This is the Sugar Matte as Hell in Miss Rosa. This one I think also came, I think this one came from Boxy. I'm going to line the outside of the lips with this so you can kind of see how that works. Definitely a thicker and creamier formula than the than the e.l.f., but it's also not intended to be a liner as much as just a lip crayon. And so that's what it looks like lined. And I just fill it in. This color is so pretty. That's a beautiful wine color, and I think that matches with either one of the eye lips. So definitely a very Valentine's Day appropriate. The lip gloss smells, I think it smells good. It smells like, smells slightly, I mean, it's, yeah, basically it smells like cookie scented with a little bit of, with a side of lip gloss. But yeah, it does smell good. This is such a pretty color. I need to wear that a lot because that's so cute. Now I'm going to put something else. I'm going to put this right over the top of it because I can. This is the lip paint from Model Rock Cosmetics. I got this. This is Don't Panic. I got this from Boxy when I was doing a bunch of orders from their Boxy, like their whatchamajig thing. I think this is does this dry down? I don't know. And I'm going to just, this does smell like grape, by the way. Oh, this color is so pretty. And over that lip crayon, it's a little bit less bright because I'll swatch it here. It's kind of on the bright side. But over that lip crayon, that kind of just helps to tone it down. Oh, that's so pretty with this look. I thought it was going to be like more, you know, bright and bold and kind of crazy, but it's not. I think it's just really, ooh, this is going to be my favorite February lippy, I think. So cute. So what do you think? So those are my lippies that I've gotten there. That's the 4, including the liner from e.l.f. The ones that are coming out, I don't have anything except for lip liners. I had 2 lip liners in there, and then I was just picking whatever lippy I had. And this one was Essence Stay 8-hour lip liner, waterproof in tea time. This is like more of a kind of like the liner from e.l.f. It's a little bit that tone. And this one is more bright, and this is also Essence, and I can't read it, so it's in Melt Your Heart is the name. I can barely read that. So that's a little bit more of a bright, like pinkish, reddish sort of thing. So I'll retire those out of there. They'll still be in my rotation. You know, they'll still be available for me to use if I want. But I like putting a couple lippies in there just to kind of be able to focus on them and see. But I like both of those. They're fine. They're nice. Okay, so I'll put my lippies in here. Now I can start putting all my stuff into the basket, but I need to kind of make sure they're in the right way. Otherwise, they just look like I just tossed them all in, because that's what I did if I don't organize them. But I'm really excited to use a lot of these products. Some of them that I used tonight, I didn't realize I would like as much as I did. Like the Juvia's Place color stick. I think I'm going to like that a lot more than I anticipated. I'll go ahead and put the tool in there here too for the brows, since I'm going to put the brow gel in. Oh, that's not the brow gel. Here's the brow gel. I have all these little e.l.f. pots, and they're all different things. One is brow gel, one is a bronzer, and one is a eye primer. So just so I don't get them mixed up. I have such a headache. I feel like crap right now. But I don't think about that usually when I'm with you guys. So the first one matched the red eye, and the last one matched. Yeah, and actually, I think they both work with both of them. But you know, it's just if you want to go more red or if you want to go more purple. That's the question. Okay, and then we'll put these guys in. I'll put in this palette. The palette's super cute. Does anybody else have this palette, or do you have others from this collection? I know they sell these at Target now. And I know they've got like a ton of different ones, and they got more neutral ones now. They're so cute, and I think they're just, I think they perform really nicely. I almost started getting to where I was collecting them, but I was like, I don't like them that much. If the color stories were more my style, then I would probably start collecting them. But You have this one? Yeah. What do you think of this? Do you use it very much? So these are the mascaras that I used last month. This is the Perversion from Urban Decay. This one smudges on me, and it's not that good of a mascara. It's just not. But this one's pretty good. This is the Oma by Sharon C. And this is the Level Up, I guess, or Batter Boom or whatever. I don't know. It's got a couple names on there. I don't know which one is the actual name and which one is just the saying that they have. I would say this is the winner of the two. And it's a lot cheaper. Like half the price. But those are the ones that I used last month for the most part. Although I had other ones when I went to Dominican Republic. And that was the thing, is a lot of this stuff I didn't use while I was in the Dominican Republic. These are the two that I got this time. They're just randomly selected. Pure, fully charged. I've really not used this one at all. Mascara powered by magnetic technology. I'm about to put one on each eye right now. I do like the pigment of it. Yeah, this is really nicely pigmented. And I think it's a nice companion palette because you really have such a range of shimmers. But they're all Valentine's-y too, which I think is perfect for this month. So that's why I thought it would be nice to use it for this month. I'm starting to just put one in so I can use an extra palette and then, add a little bit here and there in my looks when I feel like it. So this is the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions. And I've used this a little bit, and from what I remember, I like it. But we'll go ahead and put both of these on my face, and I'll tell you what I think, or I should say on my lashes, because hopefully I don't put it on my face, because that's annoying when you do that. So this is the Pure. I'll put this on the right side. Kitty, you were being nice and quiet there, and now you want to... Hey. She just ate some food, and now she's like, okay, now my belly's full. Now I can start crying and screaming. This is a little clumpy on first application. I'm trying to kind of try to smooth it out. Sorry, I've got a random brow hair or something stuck here. There. It's going to move. It's going to move. Ooh, there it is. Okay. Oh, it's still there. Come on. Grab a little spoolier brush or something. My face broom. What I call my face broom, because it works perfectly to get stuff like glitter and stuff off your face that you can't get off. I'm going to try it on the lower lash line. It did come down here a little bit when I blinked, but since I have such a bright look and I have stuff on the lower lash line, I will generally put mascara on. But okay, you see how there's quite a bit of clumpiness happening right there? She's in heat. She doesn't want attention too, but she's in heat. So she just went into heat as I was starting this video. So that was not very convenient of her. Yeah, try these colors and tell me what you think. I'm liking both of these. I'm going to do another coat on the top. It's still kind of wet and juicy. Yes, I said juicy, but at least I didn't say moist. It's so funny how people get like certain words are just like, eh. All right, so that's one coat on the top, or two coats on the top, sorry, and one on the bottom. I'll turn my head a little bit this way so the lighting is right in front of me. So hopefully that helps. There. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Thrive, and I'll do the other lashes. Heather Therese is with us. Hi, Heather. How are you? If you hear a cat meowing, she's in heat. She's got an appointment to get fixed in a couple weeks, but it hasn't happened yet. So this apparently has no curl effect. Now, is that just my lashes just don't want to curl today, or what's the deal? Like, this is, like, these went up a little bit. These curled a little bit. This is stick straight, which is strange because I don't see the brushes being that different. This also is pretty clumpy, but it's more evenly clumpy than the other side. So if you like that, the clumpy lash look, this might be the one for you. I know I've used it a few times, actually quite a few times. That's what we've got on the lower lash line. This one seems to separate them out so you can see each one, but this one seems to get a little bit more length. Which mascara? The Thrive. This is, that's what they look like. That's only one coat on this side and two on this side, but you can kind of see a little bit what's going on. This is definitely much more curled on the right side. So I'm just telling you right off. Okay, now it's curling a little bit. Now that it's pushing up, but it's also kind of thick and a little muddy, but it's giving spiky. So usually I do 3 coats, but I don't know if I can do 3 on the Thrive without it looking kind of ridiculous. I don't usually like to spoolie them out or brush them out when I'm trying it because I don't want to get them mixed up. This is the Pure, is on my right side. So I'm going to put one more coat of the Pure. This is actually, if you like a kind of clumpy, thickening sort of mascara, this one does a really nice job. And it's not... Kitty, hey, Peanut. It's not overly... What was the word? Like this one is more muddy. So like this is just kind of making the lashes a little heavier. Yeah, if you looked at, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try to look up a little bit right at the camera on IG on my phone. If you can see, this one is definitely more noticeably curled. I know I have wildly different eye looks, and also the ring light's not working, so that's affecting it. But this one definitely curled more than this. This one is really stick straight, but it is giving length. I wonder if I can just push them up a little bit. It seems to work to just push them up, but I don't know if they'll stay. Because it seems to just be so heavy. I would say of the two right now, this is my favorite look because it looks more natural, clean, and like this has a lot of length on a couple of them down here, but then others are kind of just clumpy and, you know, it's not super consistent. I'm looking at the bottom. This one is more consistent on the bottom. And this one's a little, yeah. I'm going to try one more coat on the Thrive. This might be a disaster. It's not super dry yet, so just to give that last bit of length. But yeah, I basically can't comb through them now. And now they're getting clumpy here. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. This definitely seems to give more length. The Thrive gives more length, just looking here. But the Pure gives more curl. So it really depends on what you want. The curl makes them look fluffy and individually coated, and the Thrive just gives a bunch of heavy length and volume. Yeah. So it depends on what you want. I'll be playing with these this month, and we'll see what we think. That's it. That's my everything moving out and everything moving in. We're at just about 9 o'clock. Wow, it's been like 2 hours. That's a long video. And then the kitty cried through the whole thing, just about. But here's the new basket. I'll take some pictures and show everybody what I've got in there, and then post that, and so you guys can see what's actually going on if you missed this. But these are the 2 eye looks that I did with that Constellations palette. I think it's so cute for Valentine's Day. Super cute. I might actually just do 3 looks with that one too, just for fun, because I'm really enjoying that. So I don't know. And I like the lippy with it too. I think the lippy is perfect for Valentine's Day. I love the complexion products. Oh, I didn't even put more powder on, but I almost don't even need to put more powder on, because once you put the blush and everything else on, it pretty much takes care of all that, especially since it's the number 7, which is so good for that. So I could use a little bit right up here, a little more powder right there, but we're not going to worry about that because I'm going to take this off. I also would do like an inner corner highlight probably on both sides. But again, we're not going to worry about that because I'm going to take this off. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. You guys are fantastic. Thanks for tolerating the whiny cat. Now I get to tolerate her for the rest of the night. Hopefully she doesn't meow too much to to make us crazy while we're trying to sleep. But Sunday, as far as I know, I won't have necessarily any new stuff to show you, but I will be going through my palettes that I used in the month of January and reviewing those and telling you what I think. Oh, sorry, Jen. Jen was on YouTube and I didn't even see the comment, and she asked if this is happening now. It was happening now. Sylvia was also saying, is it happening now? Or saying, hi, everyone. I don't get a lot of people on YouTube, so I kind of tend to ignore that, and I'm really sorry. That's my bad. So thanks for joining, though. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. That's going to be Sunday around. Probably it's going to be a little bit later because I have some appointments I've got to do. I got some training and stuff like that for church and stuff. So it'll be maybe 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon before I get to that. But I will get to it, and we'll go through all of the palettes that I used in the month of January, and I will rate them all, and I will tell you which ones are bomb and which ones are not so bomb. So, Kitty, are you saying goodbye? Really? Okay, see you in the next one. Bye.